every month I think, I'm going to like put myself in some kind of special position for when the show starts. But I think, again, I looked semi-startled when it began, but you never know when it's going to be live here at Folk Use. So hello out there, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Folk U. This is a singer-songwriter round robin that has been going on here in Chicago and now in the, truly in the Chicagoland area, in the ether of Chicago since 2001. And I have been the host since then, and long, storied examples to give you for how the show has mutated slightly over the years, but has pretty much remained the same. And that is that it is a singer-songwriter round robin. And I'll just quickly say what that is. It's an opportunity for songwriters to get together in whatever number they decide. Sometimes it's 3 like you see here. Sometimes it's 5, sometimes even greater numbers. Play a song or two, and then it passes to the next person in whatever order has been determined. And then after they're done, to the next, and then it comes around again, thus the name round robin. And it goes by many other names too, but we're going to go with round robin. And again, I've been here since 2001. It's month to month my favorite thing to do, and with the exception of 2 months into the pandemic when I basically sat in the corner and cried, we've decided to move it on to the internet for now and do live streaming until, as we were discussing moments before we went live on the air, when we can get back to being live in person, and hopefully soon. But I'm sure you're wondering who these gentlemen are. You see their names right there, but they need something a little bit more official than that. They're returning folk viewers. I'm not sure what the actual number of times they folk you have been, but there's certainly going to be. I'm thrilled to have them back. I was going to try to say something clever, and no. The bottom line is I'm thrilled to have them back.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh yeah, hey, and I'm going to go by the order on my particular screen here, which would actually be that way. And so please give it up for James Curley. And I'm going to, some mild applause.
This is my 4th, maybe my 5th folk you.
Yeah, so, I thought you were getting up to about a half dozen, yeah.
Yeah, but my first in the pandemic, so thanks very much for the virtual nod. And beats workday Zoom.
Yeah, happy to have you. Yes, and to his right, I think this would be the same for everyone. Is Dan Cooney? Another hand for Dan. These gentlemen are rocking some beautiful hats, and I'm going with my my 3rd buzz of the pandemic here. Dan, is this your second?
This will be my 2nd, but I was the first one canceled for the pandemic.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's so here I am.
Oh well, glad to see you. Glad to have you. We're already getting some virtual applause in the comment section over there. So I think I've introduced everything like I normally do. Introduced our performers. People have an idea of what's going to go on. I always kick this thing off. And then Dan will be up after me, and then James will be 3rd in the rotation. We had some virtual arm wrestling to determine this, and I'm not sure how that works, but it did work that way. So I'm going to let these dudes relax in the green room, and I'm going to get this thing started, and we'll see Dan soon, and James after Dan for the first pass. All right, so hang tight, guys. See you in a bit.
Thanks.
All right. All right, so now they can gather their wits. Oh, that's not good, is it, with the face right up there? Yes, so hello, everyone. Try to give myself a little bit of distance. Mark Jurasic, thank you for the virtual applause over there. Again, thank you all for tuning in. And, this show is available after we're done, too, but the thrill of the live is still very much a part of doing this. And this is our 12th. I don't think I said that. It's our 12th show, which would kind of tie in with it being April. Maybe we only skipped 1 month now that I think about it now, but I think we did skip 2 in the pandemic. But anyway, so I'm thrilled to be here. I have a very older stuff heavy show tonight. I've not been, writing like crazy. I mean, I think early on, some people saw being stuck at home as an opportunity to like really work on their craft, whatever that might be. And some people have eschewed the fact that I've tried to say I wasn't doing stuff, because I think I know I was doing other things that I'm involved in doing that are not work related. But songs, no. I mean, but I have managed to write 2, including one that's going to get its debut tonight, but a little bit later. And so as I sat down to figure out what I wanted to play, nothing was kind of, striking me. And so I had to start from scratch and kind of go back and see what sounded good to me. So I am going to begin with a song by the Me Decade. This is our one and only album, which I'm quite proud of. Came out around the turn of the century, actually. So, and this is a song called The Boy Who Fell Too Far from the Tree that I'm pretty confident I wrote initially after listening to a lot of birds, not the birds on the trees, but the birds, the California birds. And it probably won't come through at all, but something about it, just like all that inundation of that great bird stuff, one of my favorite bands, I'm pretty sure resulted in this particular song. So anyway, I'm going to shut up and I'm going to get down to it. And once again, I'm playing my Gretsch Lovely here, my little small scale guitar. Anyway, this is The Boy Who Fell Too Far from the Tree. Were black, clouds were gray, otherwise it's just another day. Saw the sun and I heard a bird, otherwise not another word. It said to take me out of my head, what keeps repeating what she said. She said I tried to give it all I got, but what I have is not a lot, and I'm tired of trying to solve this mystery of the boy who fell too far from the tree. It's not the first time my heart's been broke, like a wheel without spokes. Could not ride away from the wreck. I stood and stared and craned my neck, turning to look as I was led away, to hear what they say. They say he tried to give it all he's got, but what he has is not a lot. And they look with eyes full of pity for the boy who fell too far from the tree. She stares at the telephone or at the stove over a boiling pot. Her mind is haunted by unwanted thoughts of paths not taken and what if instead. She remembers what he said. He said we tried to give it all you got, but what we have is not a lot. Better I get out now before you love me. The boy who fell right. I see some from the virtual green room. I see some applause. Thank you, gents. All right, it felt pretty good. I had not played that for a while, and that was a song that was ubiquitous in the. I'm just looking at my stuff here. Of course, I am. That was ubiquitous in the set list for quite a while, and not just when that band was up and running, but just and then made its way out and kind of just circled back around again, I guess. I say I guess because I haven't actually played it in a while, and like I said tonight, just like, yeah, I got to do it. Thank you to the comments. Appreciate it. So for my second of this pass, I'm going to go to the newest thing that I have out, and this is from my current band, The Injured Parties, and our album Product Placement, which came out in the end of 19, so just before everything went kablooey, more or less. We had a couple months to support it and play some stuff from it. And this is a song, again, for what it's worth. I don't have I know some performers who do this, and I understand why they do, but I've always wanted to not like have the stories that I trot out that I say every time about certain songs. I mean, it's nothing inherently wrong with it, but I usually like to fly by the seat of my pants, which results often in some nonsense and doggerel and God knows what. But for this one, whenever I do, it's a song called "Got a Tattoo," and it's inspired by the song "Tattoo" by The Who. And the one thing about it, the Who song, it's really a great song, but it feels like it doesn't have an ending. And Jack and Diane is another one of those that always, by John Cougar Mellencamp, that always felt like, where's the last verse? Like somehow it just didn't end. And I know there's others that once I started to muse on this, I began to think, God damn it, I wish that they had written another verse for that. But love Tattoo, but I was waiting for something to happen with it at the end, something to come back to in it. And not that I thought I'm going to outdo Pete Townsend, which would be really pretty stupid to try to do and to fail at doing. But it just was always in the back of my mind, I have to do my own Tattoo song. And I'm not a tattoo person. And I could have one hidden here, but I'm not. And so this one definitely ties into a couple of different, the Who inspiration, and then maybe a little bit even more me than a character in the song. Because I love writing from a character's perspective, but this might be more me than I'm happy to admit. Anyway, Got a Tattoo. Gonna piss off the parents. Gonna make them squirm. Gonna disappoint them. Gonna make them learn. They think they know everything, but I know stuff too. Went down to the mall, got myself a tattoo. Got a tattoo. Got a tattoo. Got a tattoo. Got a tattoo. Joined a band. We make lots of noise, and the neighbors complain when we jam with our toys. But something was missing, and that feeling grew, till our bass player said, let's all get tattoos. Let's all get tattoos. All get tattoos. Let's all get tattoos. It's something so simple, just pictures on skin. But you can really change the person within. When I get older, I might get a wife and work lots of jobs to get by in this life. But if I should live to 102, I'll never be alone with all my tattoos, with all my tattoos, all my tattoos, all my tattoos. With all my tattoos, get a tattoo. I got a tattoo.
Bravo, Henry.
All right. Wow. So I think too, when I'm thinking of Pete Townsend, it's, I think that A chord and that, I think that I stole that from Pete as well there.
You made me want to get a tattoo.
Maybe we need to have like a little van that drives up to people's houses then during this, and, you know, fully masked, but, you know, we could make it work.
I think it would be a good thing.
Yeah. And listen, because you and I came up with this, well, James is here, so we have to include him too. It's going to be a three-way split on this.
And we'll split the profits. Yeah, I'm sure.
Naturally.
Going somewhere.
Well, I'm thrilled to have you back, so I'm going to sneak out of here and see you on the flip back around.
Okay.
All right.
Well, after tattoos, I'm gonna dedicate this one to my equipment tech, because I wouldn't be here without her. I was singing in the choir with legendary characters, drinking ancient brandy, avoiding love hangovers, living poetry and novels off the page, when somehow I found you, just when I didn't know what to do, and every dream I never had came true. Where I got these scars, I really don't remember. Must have been some fight, maybe crawling through the gutter, traveling around the world one trip and fall at a time, when somehow I found you, just when I didn't know what to do, and every dream I never had came true. And I found you. Why do people cry when they've wandered apart? Nobody saying nothing, fighting to be hard, not wanting to try and lose anymore. I was standing on two legs of a rickety old chair, laughing at the balance, wondering if I should care, when the phone rang and I raced out the door. Oh, 'cause somehow I found you, just when I didn't know what to do, and every dream I never had came true, when I found you. Somehow I found you. Somehow I found you. somehow I found you. So, for my second song, which is about Napoleon. Now, you might ask yourself, why would someone write a song about Napoleon? Well, I was reading a book about the death of Napoleon, and in it was a painting of the death of Napoleon, and they described the picture below, and they had all the names of the people. There was his wife and his children. And then I figured out how maybe this all came about, because there was his mother. And that was something I could relate to. This is called Napoleon on the Beach. Napoleon on Elba broods upon the shore, screams across the water, I'm coming back for more, I'm coming back, I'm coming back, I'm coming back. Out of Thailand, of Corsica, in the Mediterranean Sea, a tiny Corsican woman gave birth to a little baby. And then Napoleon, nesting by the waves, and all the while his eyes were turned to a continent far away. He grew strong, he grew dark, but he did not grow tall. Even for a Corsican, he was very small. Mother said, don't worry, son, you could be anything at all. She said, with a mother's love, you can conquer, conquer, conquer the world. Napoleon on Elba broods upon the shore and screams across the water, I'm coming back for more, I'm coming back, I'm coming back, I'm coming back. Europe is such a beautiful place, so many want to paint it. Some can see the wide green fields and rusted stock are planted. Takes a man with vision, takes a man with enlightened mind to lead the blood of taller men all across the borderlines. In the frigid Russian tundra, feet frozen in time, 200,000 French soldiers dreamed of new French wine. First there came the hunger, then there came the killing cold. Then there came the Cossack horsemen with the devils, the devils, the devils in their souls. Sail on, damn you captain, sail on, damn your eyes, and take me from this nightmare of Talleyrand and the bloody Belgian skies. Napoleon on Helena builds castles in the sand, then wipes his empire away with a syphilitic hand. But a prison with no bars, far from the chilling sea, his mother waits for him with a bitter, bitter, bitter English tea. Pardonnez-moi, pardonnez-moi, pardonnez-moi. Don't take that as history. I mean, I could be right. How you doing, Aaron?
I live, Larry?
I think you're there.
Yes, you are. I just brought myself back in to confirm. Yeah, you are. You are. And extra applause for Dan over here too.
Yeah, well,
yeah. You are there. All right, I'm going to sneak back out again.
Well, howdy, everybody. Thanks for listening. This is in all of the COVID era, this is the first stream I've done. So Larry Dean's Folk You is one of my favorite things to do. We got 5 songs on tap tonight, and none of these have been recorded on here's my shameless plug. I have 3 CDs. None of these have been recorded, and they're all written fairly recently. This first song was called Better Angels, and it was a response to the events in Charlottesville a couple of years ago. So. Watching cable news, feel like we've gone mad. Torchlight rallies, hatred shouted, shocking circumstance. Things I heard some neighbors saying only made me sad. How did we get to this troubled place? I thought about President Lincoln, Martin Luther King, my belief the civil rights movement brought a reckoning. Thought about all the tarnish on all of those brass rings. Better angels hard to find these days. Better angels swing low, sweep our fears away. Better angels shine a light, bring us brighter days. Better angels give us strength so we may stay unbound. If ever you were needed, I believe the time is now. I wish I knew the answers. I'm not sure I know the questions, but I'm certain what we're doing is not the best in us. I realize now it's true. The fight for justice never rests, or else lesser angels in our hearts define us. Better angels swing low and sweep our fears away. Better angels shine light, bring us brighter days. Oh, better angels give us strength so we may stay unbound. If ever you were needed, I believe the time is now. Better angels, blow your trumpets and shake us from our sleep. Better angels, sing hallelujah from the heavens to the deep. Better angels, we need you now more than tongue can tell. This hand basket might just make it all the way to hell. Oh, better angels swing low, sweep our fears away. Better angels shine light, bring us brighter days. Oh, better angels give us strength so we may stay unbound. If ever you were needed, I believe the time is now. If ever you were needed, I believe the time is now. Well, it's very weird to play and by yourself in the middle of nowhere in a house and nobody claps, but people are clapping. So thank you very much. I see the virtual clapping. Thanks. Hey, Louise. Hey, John. Hey, Chrissy. Nice to see all you guys. Hey, honey, my wife. So this is another song written not too long ago, and it's one that I actually perform normally with my spouse, Ilse B. Schlingen Curley, who had her own record out some years ago. A little bump for her as Ilse B. O'Connell. We perform as Earnest and Troubled, and this is a song we wrote. Actually, I wrote most of it, and she helped, called Carpe Every Diem. Let us go, then you and I, with the evening spread against the sky. We can read T.S. Eliot. I will wear my trousers rolled before the final credits roll. Let's do things for the hell of it. Life is full of tragedy and mystery, majesty. We can't control a single circumstance. Let us go, then you and I, with the evening spread against the sky. I hear fiddles, come and dance. Let us go through narrow streets, the ancient gates long obsolete. Yellow window lights illuminate. Curling smoke from burning stoves, it dawns on us how far we drove. Hope to God a pub is open late. Fall into a musty cot with rusty springs that squeak a lot. Wrap a blanket around against the chill. Wake up hours later to the clanking of a radiator and a blackbird nesting on the windowsill. La 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 la. La 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 la. Oh, la la la. Oh, la la la. Taste the sweet and bitter, see the shadow and the light. Wander in the gloaming as day turns into night. Sweating in the summer, shiver in the cold. Carpe every diem before we get too old. Let politics and lunatics hold the center of the stage, same as it ever was in every day and age. Let us go, then you and I, and paint the sunset on the sky before the turning of the final page. Na, na, na. Na, na, na. Na, na, na. Na, 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 na. Let us go, then you and I, paint the sunset on the sky. I.
I can give you the official, the livest applause possible given our layout here. Yeah.
Yeah. Well done. Thanks, sir.
No, that sounded great. Yeah, I know that feeling is a little strange, isn't it? You're kind of like, what have we all been doing but sitting in our rooms and playing, or whatever, for the last year plus. But at the same time, I have to say, once I did the switch to the, doing the streaming, it gives a little something else, that I hadn't quite anticipated. And people are, you look at the comments, people are having a great time and enjoying themselves. So, and you're sounding good. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Of course. I'm so pleased to have you back. I will let you do your meditating now, and I'm going to get whatever you do in between and I'm going to get back to what the hell I'm going to do here. So, and see you in a bit. Hello. Once again, I'm a close to the screen kind of guy here, I guess, in my crib. So yeah, Dan and James sounded fantastic. Just so happy to be in such good company, even though we may be company united by Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi, I know Wi-Fi now for this. So, and again, thanks to those who are watching live. The next song I'm going to do for my second pass here is from my most recent solo album called Good Grief. And it is, well, let me back up just for a second. One thing starting to get back and do the live performing during the live streaming is, deciding on stuff you're going to play. And every month for me, it would always be like, sit down. What am I going to do this week or this month? And certain songs start taking on a different significance lyric-wise. And this certainly is one that, at least in the introduction, does. And maybe not as resonant or not as seemingly altered to me in terms of how to read the lyrics, but maybe more of it does that too. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, it's from Good Grief. It's called Do Not Follow, and it's actually based on what you see on like garbage trucks or whatever behind us. Do not follow, do not come within 10 feet of this vehicle or whatever, and inspiration comes from anywhere. So anyway, here we go. It's time to get back to what we had when we started before it all flew away. Like a bunch of dead leaves falling from the trees that were alive yesterday. It happens like that, the blink of an eye, and you wonder where it all went wrong. Not that we didn't try enough or harder, too little or too long. Do not follow where others have already gone. Do not follow too close behind what's been done. They'll talk out of both sides of their mouths. Confusion is the key to keeping you unbalanced, to making you care what anyone else thinks. Do not follow where others have already gone. Do not follow too close behind what's been done. You dress for success in the clothes of the moment, bought right off the rack. Just look around, today's fashion plates, tomorrow paint the shirts on their back. Always authority, the rulers and the rule lined up like dominoes. If one should fall forward or to the side, who knows where things will go. So do not follow too close behind what's been done. Do not follow where others have already gone. Do not follow. Do not follow. What's behind what's been done. I'm pretending that there's a Marshall stack back there, which I've never owned, but all right. So thank you. Yeah, the it's like crack to play that. Kids don't do crack. All right, so it's the day after tax day, although really tax day is May 17th this year. And anytime this is a song that I'll often pull out since it deals with economic issues around tax day, because people are thinking about that sort of thing. So yeah, there we go. I was going to say something else about it, but I think it's fairly straightforward. And as I reach over into the library here, I don't need to be coy about it. This is, I think, the oldest one I'm playing tonight, because I'm going to end with a brand new one. And this is from Throw the Lions to the Christians, which was my first release in a how do I put this, like a more legitimate format, because I had some early stuff that came out only on cassette. Oh yeah, remember that? Yes, cassettes are back now, aren't they? But so this was, I think, technically my 5th album, but the first one to be widely released. Anyway, and this is called Just Like Money in the Bank. If I had a nickel for every problem, dime for every slight, a quarter of my time would be spent fretting every little thing that hasn't gone right. But still I'm here, no I'm not there, in my sensory deprivation tank, counting the profit I made on my worries, just like money in the bank. Days go by, I hardly notice the passage of my heart as it jumps through hoops of fiery disdain after being trained to do its part. I focus my energies on all the wrong targets. Shooting gets easier loaded with blanks, and I'll squat to count my smoking casings, just like money in the bank. And I usually smile and dance, each day heralds something new. But the warmth of the sun or the taste of the wind makes us feel that there's nothing we can't do. Then one day you'll wake up older and think, what a dirty prank. Led to believe you could out of experience, just like money in the bank. I'd give anything to know what's right. That feeling's an aphrodisiac, but wrongness somehow always gets a hold and turns you into an amnesiac. There's safety in forgetting, and for that that you know who you can thank. That other self safely tucked away, just like money in the bank. That other you safely tucked away, just like money in the bank. Thanks, Dan. Thanks.
Way to be, Larry.
All right.
Sounded good tonight.
All right. I think I threw a J7 chord in there at one point. I got so caught up in it, but
acceptable.
Yes, I think so.
That's what Miles Davis would call a new something. Well, you did it on your own, didn't you?
I get it. I get it. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much. Well, I'm going to do some crying right now, and I'm going to let you take over this fine screenage, and we'll see you again on the third pass.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thanks, Larry. For about 10 years, I drove a taxi, and I drove at nights, and all I got out of it was maybe this song, but it's true. Driving the girl from the peep show home. God, give me $10, I'd take her home. Just leave her alone. So I'm driving the girl from the peep show home. She gets in, dragging on a cigarette. Hands me a piece of paper with her address. Young and pretty, but getting old fast. This beauty is now one day less. What could a guy like me say to a girl that's got it all? Looks and brains and money and fame, 1,000 guys who call. I won't say a word to disturb the bell of the Clark Street ball. Driving the girl from the peep show home. It's Friday night, hitting every light, wishing I was all alone. But I'm driving the girl from the peep show home. She watches a young couple walking down the street. They're in love, it's obvious to see. They trip and stumble, but straighten and laugh. She stumps out his cigarette and tries to believe. Soon soothed by the fur collar of her coat, she falls asleep with the rhythm of the road. And I wonder what she sees when she's far away. Does it all get better when those hard eyes close? A new doll is a very precious thing. Fluttering eyes and petticoats and every hair in place. Someone to tell your troubles to. Someone to be your friend. Till it's left out in the rain too long and all the sweetness ends. The sun sometimes shines on the west side too. Grass is green and the sky can be blue. We get off at Independence Boulevard, and she makes her way to the runners on the avenue. Turn my car around to the freeway ramp. In front of me lies a city rich and grand. Steel and glass like glittering mass, hiding the truth that makes it stand. Driving the girl from the peep show home. Give me $10 to take her home. Just leave her alone. So I drove the girl from the peep show. I drove her home. So, all my songs are on my CD, which is here. It's Islands in the Desert, it's called. The cover is Pyramid Lake in Reno, outside of Reno, Nevada. My friend, Dennis Dworkin, is the head of the history department there. That's his book. And he took me out to Pyramid Lake, which is out near where the old divorce hotels were. It's, if you've seen the movie The Misfits, it's very much like that. That's where the hotels were, out in that area. And it was all isolated. And originally the title of my CD, Islands in the Desert, was going to be Letters from the Desert. And we were looking for an isolated mailbox somewhere out in the desert, when we said, well, I've got an idea. So we did this instead, and became Islands in the Desert. So without further ado, I decided, well, I have to write a song that goes along with this other idea. So that's what this is all about. It's called Welcome to Reno. They rode the buses, trains, and planes through the desert for divorce. An oasis of detachment, Reno was the source. Spent their nights in the board hotels, away from casino lights. Wait until they'd waited long enough and all the papers were signed. Making new friends and lovers, looking for a place to hide. Pyramids in the desert, nothing but emptiness inside. You can run with the Mustangs in the hills. You can soar where the bluebirds fly. You can bury yourself in the sand. You can stare at the sun till you're blind. You can lose yourself in the scenery. You can scream your fool head off. But you owe it to someone to feel something. The rest of it, you owe yourself. It's easy to shed your skin when everything feels like pain. Drinking so much in the heat of the day, starting all over again. Women put on their makeup with the thicker paint of lipstick. Men undo extra buttons, bending in their undershirts. Lutheran ladies lasso cowboys. Gentlemen show girls. But the cattle can't be kept waiting, 'cause bad boys have better cars. You can run with the Mustangs in the hills. You can soar where the bluebirds fly. You can bury yourself in the sand. You can stare at the sun till you're blind. You can lose yourself in the scenery. You can scream your fool head off. But you owe it to someone to feel something. The rest of it you owe yourself. The last morning, so many mornings, the sun no sign of fronts. And it seems to burn in your brain and you can't remember love. How can packing be so hard when you've left so much behind? The latches don't want to close once all the binds have been untied. No one says goodbye at the station. No one smiles coming off the train. Welcome to Reno, welcome home. Hope you never come back again. You can run with the Mustangs in the hills. You can soar where the bluebirds fly. You can bury yourself in the sand. You can stare at the sun till you're blind. You can lose yourself in the scenery. You can scream your fool head off. But you owe it to someone to feel something. The rest of it you owe yourself. The rest of it you owe yourself.
Those are both great songs, Dan.
Thank you very much.
Really.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's I almost changed my repertoire.
Don't do that. Get a tattoo.
Nah, I get a tattoo.
Get one either.
Oh man, good to hear you. Seriously, those were good songs. This song also not recorded yet, written last year when the Black Lives Matter riots began to happen. I was reminded of growing up in Philadelphia. When I was a kid, there were race riots that were really bad. And Philly got shut down, and there were busloads of cops in my neighborhood and stuff. And those songs, the events brought back some memories for me, and this song came from that. It's called Streets Below, and co-wrote it with my wife, Elsa B., who's commenting on the thread. Shadow from the building at the end of the block is long. It's no one else out on the street o'clock in the morning. The moon lingers past its curfew after dawn. I sit on my front steps and wait for you to come along. 2 tin cans, a long string. One of us yelled ring, ring, ring. The other yelled hello. We'd hop on bikes and off we flew like the Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew, hunting down murder clues. Moon and the sun above, streets below. City summer mornings bright and cool. School was weeks away. We investigated crimes from Memorial through Labor Day. The corner store didn't know it was a crime scene anyway. Shoppers were suspects to arrest. No one got away. 2 tin cans, a long string. One of us yelled ring, ring, ring. The other yelled hello. We'd hop on bikes and off we flew like the Hardy Boys and Nancy Drew, hunting down murder clues. Moon and the sun above, streets below. Summer when the riot started, mother tried to keep me in the house. The bullhorns and shouting, violence and the anger letting out. Our comic book detective force dissolved like afternoon clouds. The shadow from the building at the end of the block hung around. Two dented cans of broken strings, sirens blaring, ring, ring, ring. My brother's broken nose. Our neighborhood on TV news, riot cops in steel-toed boots. All of it in full view of moon and sun above, streets below. Moon and sun above, streets below. Moon and sun above, streets below. Oh yeah, my wife just mentioned on the comments that was inspired by Jenny Beneman's haiku. Jenny has a project. If you know guys, if you don't know Jenny Beneman, you should. She's an amazing songwriter, artist, writer, haiku creator, event creator, and part of that sort of Fitzgerald's crew out in the western suburbs. And Jenny had a project for songwriters called Haiku Milieu, where she challenged us to find a haiku and write a song out of it. And that haiku inspired the memory that I had about the riots, and that's where that came from. So, you know, Chicago is chock-a-block full of great songwriters. It's pretty amazing. All right, well, a little softer song here. This is just a song. I'm actually going to send this out to a pal of mine. I don't know if he's watching, but he's just gone through surgery for pancreatic cancer. And I've known this guy since first grade, and I love him like a brother. And this song's for Joe. Wake up this morning, open up your eyes, be the reason sun is out to shine today. If everything seems fine, don't be surprised. I've heard this is the season for dark birds to fly away, 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 to fly away. Open up the windows, unlock the doors, wipe up the footprints and the puddles on the floor inside. We don't have to hide away behind dark curtains anymore. The walls are made of glass. All can see where our treasures lie, 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 where our treasures lie. If it feels to you like you're coming home, that's a recognition we are not alone. We are not alone, alone, alone. We are not alone. Dark days behind us, darker yet to come. Bushel basket hides a lamp, its fire burning bright. Darkness always brings the dawn, clouds only block the sun. So wake up this morning, open up your eyes, your eyes, your eyes. Open up your eyes. If you worry, we won't make it through. Just remember all the people who love you. People who love you, love you, love you. All the people who love you, love you, love you. All the people who love you, all the people who love you.
That's lovely. Absolutely lovely. Yeah, man, you are on fire tonight. Everything has been fantastic.
It's a year, man.
Well, I mean, it's all been building up, and I just opened the bottle and let the genie out here, man. It sounded really good.
I love you, buddy.
I think we're. Oh yeah. Wait, let's do that again. That was kind of evocatively. Oh yeah, thank you. Oh yeah. All right, enough of that nonsense. I will see you for the last pass, and it really is sounding great. And take a look at the comments. You got a lot of love flying through here.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, a lot of love flying through. What am I saying? The sentiment is there, but I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah, again, wow, these guys are really something. Just totally in the moment and great stuff. I'm humbled and happy to have them here. So I have one more. I don't have a disc to show you this time because this is new. This is the newest thing that I've written, and it still has that fresh song smell to it, even. And I'm actually not adverse to daylight savings time. I think we should be on permanent daylight savings time. Personally, I mean, I like a longer day, and that was the impetus for this because we just had the changeover. And of course, songwriting, you can step in someone else's shoes. And as I said for one of the songs, the tattoo song in my a prior set, some part of it is me, but a good amount of it is character too. But still that idea of like loss of time. And I mean, I think this one, of course, pandemic wise too, would have some resonance, to use a smarty pantsy word, and a guitar-y word. I think it has resonance too, this notion of lost time. But anyway, I'm going to knock it off, play it, and save the real thank youses and effusivenesses, which is not a word, but there it is, for the end. This is called Give Me Back My Hour. The boss just called a meeting. I know it's gonna be crap. We could get there on our own. We don't need to draw a map. It could take us 15 minutes, or maybe even less. But instead we'll waste 60 in this useless conference. Give me back my hour. Give me back to me, to fritter away or occupy whatever way I see. Spring's just around the corner. You know just what that means. Weather's getting warmer, and shorts are replacing jeans. Then here comes the reminder that forward I must spring. 2 a.m. becomes 3 when daylight savings time begins. We'll give me back my hours. I can't wait till fall, when the clocks all turn back after 8 months AWOL. It may not seem like much, it's just a slice of time. Yesterday I misplaced it, multiplied times 5 online. But someday in my coffin and 6 feet underground, I won't need that hour anymore to goof around. Well, give me back my hour. Give it back to me to fret away or occupy whatever way I see. Whatever makes sense to me.
Bravo.
All right. Give it back. All right. Well, and Dan, just so I say it now, and I'll say it again later too. You've been sounding really good tonight, just like really in the moment. And that Peep Show song, among many fine songs, but that one just had me riveted.
One
man.
of my wife's favorites, and
Yeah.
I promised her I'd do it tonight. I don't do it that often, but thank you, Larry. It's really nice to hear.
It's our good fortune. I'm speaking for everybody. Again, everything you've done, but that one was just really something. I mean, what an is that the title of it too?
Peep Show Girl.
Oh, okay. I think I used the whole chorus when I put it on. I just on Twitter, but either way, man, it's just really great. So I'll have something at the end too, and I'll turn it over to you again. But sounding really, really good.
Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
I've been inspired by a lot of people. Barb Barrow was my guitar teacher when I started to learn to play in private lessons. And her husband was Michael Smith, who the fabulous songwriter, wrote The Dutchman and many other things, a great performer. And they were all contemporaries of John Prine. And 2 nights ago, Rusty Young from Poco, whose hat this is, died. They were all great influences, and I love them all just dearly. Yeah, I mean, as some as friends, and the other as just the artists that they were. And this is dedicated to them because we're all islands for each other. Oh, that's the wrong song. He said, Brigitte, I did a stupid thing. I wish that I could lie. I was caught in weeds by the river and thought that I would die. So I tried to force my way, forsaking simple sense. And with the whole world watching, I tripped and stumbled in. As I fell through the darkness, alone with my disgrace. God help me, I tried to swim deeper, disappear without a trace. And I thought of what you once told me, and I kicked with all my might. 'Cause I knew that you'd be waiting right there by the waterside. You said we're islands for each other, old salts on a course so wild. Laughing among the fury and spitting in the hurricane's eye. Calm when all is raging and fierce when the currents deceive. We are islands for each other, safe harbor in the roughest of seas. You were sitting in a cafe, he said, reflecting on the sand. And you looked so calm and lovely, so relaxed as you sipped your wine. And no words need be spoken as we lightly touched hands. And I wished with all my heart that this moment would never end. We have earned these moments, she said. Let's enjoy them while we can. 'Cause I know that you soon will leave me to play a fancy game. So kiss me and I'll forget all the disappointment and pain that comes from this preoccupation of needing always to win. In the hands of time, our sails are in the wind, buffeted and torn with no place to put in. But somehow we find each other and we put the rigging right, focused and together, sailing toward the light. 'Cause we are islands for each other, old salts on a course so wild. Laughing among the fury and spitting in the hurricane's eye. Calm when all is raging and fierce when the currents deceive. We are islands for each other, safe harbor in the roughest of seas. I watched you from a distance, she said, from where you could not see. Hanging on your every movement, so tense I could not breathe. And I thrilled with your command, but I stumbled when you fell. Knowing that your arrogance had dragged you into hell. So I gritted my teeth and I pushed without a sound to be there at the moment you needed to be found. And there you were, all crumpled, trembling and alone, smiling through your agony, allowing me to be strong. We are islands for each other, old salts on a course so wild. Laughing among the fury and spitting in the hurricane's eye. Calm when all is raging, fierce when the currents deceive. We are islands for each other, safe harbor in the roughest of seas. Safe harbor in the roughest of seas. Thank you.
Another great song, Dan. You know, it's funny you mentioned Rusty Young. You know, we've lost Michael Smith, Rusty Young, and we've lost John Prine.
Yes.
And, you know, I mean, we're clearly men of a certain age, right? And
Absolutely.
these were, you know, I was Steve Goodman's biggest fan, John Prine's biggest fan, Poco. You know, I mean, you name it, man. And so I'm not going to try and follow that because that was beautiful. But I will tell you this story real quick. This next song, I woke up the morning after John Prine died from COVID-19.
Oh my!
And I wrote this song about Donald Trump.
Uh-oh.
And I feel like the spirit of John Prine moved me. So, you know, I'm not saying I wrote anything close to a John Prine song. I'm just saying the spirit of John Prine moved me to write something about that bastard Donald Trump. And this is what I wrote.
Go get him, James.
I never cared for his swagger and bluster whenever he was on TV. Hotels and girlfriends, casinos and limos meant nothing at all to me. When he ran for office, dressed like a mob boss, I thought it a sorry cartoon. I woke that November morning, we'd elected a playboy buffoon. Some of us thought, how long can 4 years be? And some of us stood up and cheered. I guess I hoped that the worst that would happen was things get incredibly weird. Then a virus arrived. People were dying while he sucked all the air from the room. The patient needs urgent critical care, but the doctor's a playboy buffoon. The casino is open, place bets on the table, and don't let the stakes make you swoon. You're playing for nothing less than your life, and the dealer's a playboy buffoon. I have good friends who try real hard to act like it's not all that bad. When I mention the emperor's naked, they huff and they puff and get mad. I understand nobody's perfect, and leaders for sure are the same. We all make bad choices and then raise our voices and declare that we're not to blame. Sometimes we only make it upstairs when we set out to reach the moon. But we never got out of the basement when we elected a playboy buffoon. The casino is open, place bets on the table, and don't let the stakes make you swoon. You're playing for nothing less than your life, and the dealer's a playboy buffoon. The casino is open, place bets on the table, don't let the stakes make you swoon. You're playing for nothing less than your life, and the dealer's a playboy buffoon. You're playing for nothing less than your life, and the dealer's a fucking buffoon.
I was hustling to get everything down so that I could get my hands up for that, man. That was fantastic.
Thank you. I'm so angry.
Dan, were you saying something, Dan? I didn't. Oh, yeah.
So angry.
What's
I
that?
didn't want to step on anybody there because we're getting the latency here with the delays, but Dan, I didn't know if you were saying something there too, Dan. I mean,
No, no.
maybe nothing needs to be said after that.
No, I said no argument here.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. That's yeah. I mean, when those names started to come up, you know, I mean, we're all in the same camp on this here, and it's so tragic, you know. And someone like John Prine, who had already been through so much, you know, and was hanging in there, and to be like one of the first people to succumb, and you know, it's not a contest by any stretch, but just you know. Yeah, I mean, I there's nothing I can say to add to what you said there, but it just puts it all in perspective. And that was just such a beautiful song to dig deep, you know, with Playboy Buffoon. Yes, sir. I'm zipping it right now. I'm just going to let that hang. So, officially, thank you both for playing tonight. I mean, it's been like, this is going to sound goofy, maybe not so goofy, but completely serious, a masterclass in songwriting to sit here and like listen to you guys, and great singing and great playing. And, the reason I've been doing this all along, you know, is just to sit back and just, you know, enjoy.
I love hearing every other songwriter. You know, it's just my favorite thing. Just
Larry, having the song cycle like you do is folk you is a great showcase for all people that write songs and perform it. So we're thankful to you in a big way.
Well, thank you. I mean, there's you know, it's certainly not the first song circle, round robin, guitar pull, whatever you want to call it, but it is approaching its 20th year. You know, this December will be our 20th year, and yeah, I know.
Well done, Larry.
Some kind of shebang, and by God, let's hope we're live at that point. You know, like live in person. But I'm gonna like shut up because I'm obviously a blatherer in general, but I'm blathering even more than normal tonight, and I'm gonna say officially, thank you so much to Dan Cooney for playing.
Thank you.
To James Curley.
Thanks for everybody online.
And we will be back the third Friday next month, still in Onlineville until things get back to safety and some whatever normal is. I was going to air quote it, but whatever normal is, I don't think I have to totally readjust my concept of normal after all this. And thank you to the people who've been here live with us. Such lovely comments. But you are both invited back. You know, and as soon as we can make it happen.
We'll see you then.
I'll be there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely.
I can't wait. And dudes, don't just barrel out of here. I'm gonna like end the broadcast, and then we'll have some final words for each other. And but again, thanks to everybody. I'm gonna wave. I'm gonna like end it. You guys ready? This is the big moment. Thanks again, everyone.